Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new series here on the channel, potentially, I don't know yet, F1 Manager 22, where we kick off a story with this Aston Martin racing team as the new team principal. So Mike Crack, well, he's gone for myself here as we are getting ready to hopefully bring this team back to the top, and Vettel's what could be last season, as well as Lance Stroll behind the wheel. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is going to end up being a series. It really depends on the support and the reaction and response here early on, but there's going to be a mix of live commentary and the post narration, and all the post narration is going to be right here before the race, basically just kind of giving you guys a little bit of a kind of rundown of what was going on. I am not really the most experienced in manager games, so I was a little bit concerned, but there's a really nice actually guidance here. There's a thing called like first guidance or something like that for new players that kind of gives you a walkthrough on how to play the game basically here, and that was actually a big help. I've sped everything up. I wanted to keep the episode kind of short. I don't really think anybody, I know myself, doesn't want to sit around for an hour plus watching a manager video, so I wanted to keep it relatively short as I could here now as I was going through and checking out everything this game had to offer. Really enjoyed, by the way, the stats page. That was really cool. Just a little feature that's nice now, as you can see me looking through the headquarters and whatnot, sponsors, staff, drivers, and cars, and I was kind of a little bit drawn back here in this first episode, not really diving too far into thing, because this first walkthrough is more or less taking you through a race weekend versus developing the car, signing sponsors, staff, and whatnot. So I didn't really dabble in developing anything on the car, and there's actually already some parts being developed on the car before we even come into the team, so that's something as well that we have to look forward to here in the coming races after this Bahrain Grand Prix, which very excited though for this first race. Like I said, this is post actually recording narration here at the beginning, and I can say that this game is really fun so far. I'm really enjoying the game, and I'm 100% going to have a off YouTube playthrough as well, or if this one doesn't work out, then this is probably going to be the off YouTube playthrough. But you can see having to answer to some emails and showing here from the Bahrain preseason testing where our car stacks up, and car number 1 and car number 2 are two different cars, so of course you can actually have a better car. Say my car 1 that Sebastian Vettel drives could be actually a better car than Lance Stroll's car. So you can put upgrades on one and then upgrade the other one later, etc., which is really cool as well. But our car was really slow. We know that. It's Aston Martin. We're coming into this season, car number 1, where it was stacking up in the performances. I think the best position was 17th on the grid. So yeah, there is some work to do for this team here in this upcoming season. But now, it's already time to head to our first qualifying session, so let's send it over to Crofty.
Welcome back to what is proving to be an exciting weekend of Formula One action, with practice having finished and qualifying set to follow. Excitement is really picking up here today, the anticipation continuing to grow within the paddock. With free practice now over, drivers will have to know this circuit inside and out if they're to gain a strong position on the grid. 20 cars take to the track, all with aspirations of taking pole. You're going to want to join us for this, folks, so fasten your seatbelts.
So there is practice sessions and whatnot, free practice 1, 2, and 3. However, for this walkthrough period for me, it actually didn't let me take part in practices. It just simulated practices. So you're seeing me here looking at where our cars actually stacked up with Leclerc at the top of the grid, Verstappen and Perez as well. But our drivers, Vettel, Stroll, P17, P19. So with Parc Fermé rules, we have till this moment right here to make adjustments to the setup here. So these are the final adjustments that we can make to the car before the race. And you can see both of our drivers were not happy with the traction in the car, and what you can see, you're trying to get that bar, those vertical bars, to be within that blue line as well. So I was trying to, of course, balance everything out and get more traction out of both cars. Like I said, both drivers, Vettel as well as Stroll, not very happy with the traction in their Aston Martins here. Getting ready then to send out to our Aston Martins of Vettel as well as Stroll. Nice, actually, little cutscene right here. Love the cutscenes that they've added to this game. One of them, actually, there's one where it kind of cuts to the team reacting to certain events, and it kind of happens a little bit annoyingly often. But other than that, I mean, really liking what this game has to offer so far. Looks really good visually. Doesn't look as great as, when you saw the trailers and stuff, but it looks pretty solid. Unfortunately, I did have to turn it down to medium graphics because when I was recording this game, I don't know what it was about F1 Manager. I can run F1 22, you know, on high graphic settings and be just fine. But however, here on F1 Manager, I had to turn it down to medium. But our drivers Vettel and Stroll had come through to complete their first laps here in Q1, and you see right there, 1.7 seconds off of Verstappen currently was Vettel, and he was 0.3 ahead of Lance Stroll. So late in the session here, we send them out for another go here and hope for the best and hope that we meet Q2. I put a guarantee to one of my sponsors that I would make Q2. It's looking like it's going to be borderline because Vettel, he comes through, goes faster in Sector 1 and 2, but not faster in Sector 3, goes maybe a tenth faster. He's currently in Q2, but how long is that going to last? Stroll as well coming through to cross the line. He's better in Sector 1 and 2, and he will also improve in Sector 3. However, not enough. He's still 0.3 off of Sebastian Vettel, and he will not make Q2, so it's all on Vettel. But as well, there's other drivers still coming to come through and complete their laps. You can see Yuki Tsunoda, he actually goes for a spin here in his attempt. Actually, I believe this is on his warm-up lap, but unfortunately, Ricciardo comes through to beat Vettel and both of our Aston Martin cars outside of Q1. And Yuki Tsunoda was the last driver I was watching, and sure enough, he's going to come through on his hot lap here. Cross the line, actually a pretty solid lap there, puts him P14. So unfortunately, we will start P17, P18 here for the Bahrain Grand Prix here with this Aston Martin team. A little bit, you know, disappointing to say the least, but there wasn't much we could do about it. You can see after qualifying, going through the order, seeing at least a Q1 starting order. On the bright side, the drivers, actually their confidence with the setup went up with the changes that we made to the cars. So both drivers' confidence went up, which is really, really good. So that was increasing our confidence going into this Grand Prix weekend. Let's send it over to Crofty again.
Aston Martin did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where everyone expected them to be on the grid. Now it's up to them to defy expectations during the race itself. AlphaTauri's qualifying results were in line with the targets set out for the team. They certainly have the potential to achieve a good result here today. We've been having lovely clear weather, although there are a few clouds lurking. Hopefully they'll stay in check for the duration of the race.
And there's going to be a lot for the teams to handle. So will the drivers and their cars be able to cope with the pressure? Let's find out right here at the Bahrain Grand Prix.
Right then.
You can also hear there, they also have Karun as well in the pre-weekend stuff, which is really cool. But just really quickly going through the strategies, we're doing Stroll on a soft, hard, medium, Vettel on a soft, hard, soft. So let's see what happens. We're going to send it to the grid here for the Bahrain Grand Prix season opener. Let's get it going.
The drivers now lined up on the grid. And there's Sebastian Vettel. Slower than most yesterday, so today they'll be starting from the bottom half of the grid. There's Lance Stroll, down the grid. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. Everything's been building to this. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And away we go!
Okay, then here we go. We are underway from the Bahrain Grand Prix. We'll see where Vettel and Stroll come out of turn one. I put them both on attack. Just go for it here into this first corner. But it's going to be what Verstappen there out of turn one ahead of Charles Leclerc as well. But let's see where Vettel and Stroll are. So they hold on to P17, P18. Not much of a change there. Everybody gets through there pretty clean from the looks of it now. Let's go on board with Vettel, who immediately is closing in on the back of Schumacher. But it doesn't look like anything's going to develop here on this opening lap. Actually, a really clean start for everybody on this opening lap. No side-by-side or anything. Hamilton up there, P6 just in front of his teammate at Russell. Valtteri Bottas, by the way, look at him. 4th place in the Alfa Romeo there, just behind Sainz and Leclerc, but Verstappen's going to be the one leading the way as we head into one of the trickiest corners on the track. You see the track rubber right now, very low. I'm still trying to learn as much as I can here with this game. I've only been playing it for like 45 minutes, but so far I am really enjoying it. I don't even know if the series is going to be a lengthy series or not. It really depends on what you guys say as we continue to watch Seb. He wants to make the move here. I think he is going to make the move on Schumacher. I put him on attack on this opening lap, and nope, not quite going to send one there. Now I do want to make sure that he does kind of save his pace a little bit here, so we are going to try and manage that really quick. Okay, so I'm going to put him back down to standard.
Get back off. Copy.
That's really cool, by the way. Lance Stroll as well. We're going to put him down to standard. We didn't really gain much. All right, I put them all back down to more of a neutral kind of strategy here for now. Let everybody settle in here now. Is this going to be hopefully a nice, calm first race for the season here? I don't even know what to expect. We're going to need some luck here to get a good finish, obviously, with Seb and Lance here, as Aston Martin has a long way to go to become a team that is going to be capable of fighting for anything here, especially in the points there. But Stroll is settling in right now behind Seb here as we head through this first sector, and it's Leclerc just behind Max. So, I mean, right now Leclerc is staying with him, and if he can hold on for the rest of this lap, he's going to have the DRS. Lap 3 about to get underway. Look how close Leclerc is. He's going to go for the move here. Bottas quite a ways behind. There you hear the DRS enabled message there now as race control comes up. Very cool to see stuff like that. Now is Leclerc maybe going to make this happen? Into turn 1. It's close. He gets up the inside actually there of Verstappen. They're battling in the background. That's Perez currently trying to pass Bottas, who's well up the pace. Verstappen holds on to the lead. Perez gets Bottas there. And look at this. You got Hamilton with DRS, and I think he's going to take a lunge now at Bottas now. Is he going to take a look here into the corner? Why wouldn't he? No, he's actually just gonna ride behind there. K-Meg and Norris going at it as well. We need to pay attention to our own drivers too. What's going on here? We're actually losing some ground here, so maybe we're gonna tell Seb to actually kind of push it a little bit more here, because right now you can see we are definitely giving up some time. So let's get a little bit aggressive here. There you go with Seb now, and Lance. I'm gonna hold Lance back for now so he's not all over the back of Seb as well. ERS, we can kind of deploy it a little bit for both drivers.
Use energy if you need.
I really like how they have that little messaging system. What's going on here? What's going on here? Stroll's gonna pass Seb actually. What just happened? How did he manage to make that happen now? That's not what I want to see as a Sebastian Vettel fan. He just went and basically drove right on past him. That's not what I expected. Not what I expected at all. I mean, his pace, Seb's pace is supposed to be way better right now. Yellow, we have a yellow in sector 3. Cars run wide. Sure, we will have a replay here in just a second. It looks like it was something really just little. Here it is right here. Oh, it's Leclerc.
Watch this. There's Leclerc. Goodness me.
Goodness me, indeed. What in the world was that? Leclerc, so we've missed it, but Leclerc has taken the lead.
Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
That is really cool as well. Little things like that are awesome in this game. But Leclerc is out in front over Max Verstappen. Sainz as well, right in behind, but not able to do anything. Back to Seb down the order. We'll see what the heck's going on here. So Vettel has gotten back past Lance Stroll now, and he is actually closing in on the back of Schumacher here in the Haas. Now look at the gap here. Actually, we might have something for Schumacher. No, not gonna quite happen there. Just gonna settle in behind. Then you got Stroll here just behind as well. So let's just continue to hope for the best here between Seb. I mean, right now we could get up to Tsunoda if we play our cards right here as well. I mean, you can see Zhou Guan Yu is at the tail end of the next group ahead. So already it's looking like we're kind of in a battle for this 14th or so area. Might be the best we can do throughout this Grand Prix, but Seb is all over the back of Mick. Here goes Seb right now. He's going for a move on Schumacher down towards the left-hander, side by side with the DRS. Oh, but he's sent it up the inside. No contact, please. And I think we're going to be okay. I mean, right now we definitely got to be careful on that battery. Didn't quite work out. Seb lost a ton of momentum. And now we got Stroll all over the back of Vettel here into the braking zone. So we definitely need to be smart here on the energy. Look, we have no battery left. All right, we need to harvest. We absolutely need to harvest here. Goodness gracious, we have absolutely destroyed the battery for both drivers right here. That is gonna absolutely kill the next bit of this run right here. Here goes Stroll again for an overtake on Seb. There he takes the position. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of these two continuing to scrap it out. Like, you got the Williams in the back here as well, by the way. They're in their own little land here, but we need to, let's go neutral on the ERS for both drivers again, and then we are going to actually, let's see if these two can settle it out, and if they can't, we're going to tell whichever one is in the lead to just stay in the lead and in the car behind, not to do anything. And Verstappen as well, back out in front now over Leclerc, Sainz, Perez as well. Hamilton's here. Bottas actually, ever since he lost a bunch of ground, he's kind of back in the mix. I mean, there's so many cars actually that are in the mix right here. And here goes Leclerc again up the inside, gonna breeze past for somebody who doesn't have the DRS here. The sign's gonna settle in behind, but it looks like they're just going back and forth currently. Vettel sizing up a move again with the DRS right there. There he goes, breezes past Stroll, and here's where we're gonna come in and say, okay, you guys got to stop with this. So don't fight teammate is what we're gonna tell him. Here comes Verstappen again with the DRS wide open. Actually, look at this. He's kind of just settling in behind. Sainz is right there. This is weird. You would think Verstappen would send one, but no, he's just going to stay in behind. Actually, a little bit wider right there on the apex compared to Carlos. And we're going to see right here. Look at that. Leclerc opening up a nice little gap right there. I think he's going to be actually in pretty good shape here. Now, I mean, Verstappen could get him with the DRS here to the braking zone. He's got a good run. That DRS is so powerful. Actually, he's going to go around the outside. Maybe Leclerc's not going to fight or not give up the fight, which I really like. That this AI and this manager game, they really do get the elbows out, but Leclerc holds on for now. You know, I hate to say it, but it's starting to look like Stroll might be the quicker driver right now. I mean, we're losing time to Schumacher, 3.2 seconds back. I am actually going to have Seb here let Lance through, so we're going to tell Lance that he can actually fight his teammate now, and then unfortunately, I hate to do this, but I mean, Seb right now isn't putting up the pace, so we're going to let Lance go through the little swamp right there. Actually, Seb sends one up the inside there last second, makes it a little bit more difficult on Stroll, but nonetheless, he's going to have the DRS, but we're going to say stay put right now because it does seem like Lance is the quicker option between these two, and we're actually giving up some time here, so we definitely need to get this sorted out quick, but hopefully Lance now 3.4 seconds it looks like behind Schumacher, 3.8. So you see Schumacher up there. Let's see if Lance has anything. So in the mix of everything going on right now, Carlos Sainz is taking the lead. Verstappen second, Perez third, Leclerc. He's actually dropped down to fourth place. As Hamilton as well, still P5 there just in front of Bottas. But wow, how about that? Leclerc all the way down into fourth. As Stroll 4.4 seconds back right now. We are really struggling here as we got Mick Schumacher. He's going at it here with Danny Rick now in the McLaren, who's having a bit of a rough one so far is Danny Rick now as Norris is up there P12, but these two scrapping it out. That's exactly what we want to see here with Aston Martin as well. I think we're about to have a battle for the lead going on again. Verstappen, he's there ready to attack. Is he going to make the move though? Down into turn one. I mean, yeah, all these cars look very close together. A little bit unreal. Actually, it's quite unrealistic actually having them all so close, but nonetheless, Lance, by the way, is still chugging along there. 4.1, 4.4. How much time are we losing down the straights right now? 4.6 seconds, 4.8. We are losing a lot of time on the straight line. So I've got Lance pushing a little bit harder now as we're trying to get a little bit further. Look at this battle going on up here. You got Schumacher, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, all scrapping it out. Look at this scenes right here. But however, I mean, all this happening, we're still losing time. We're 5.4 seconds back. We're going absolutely nowhere right now. 17th, 18th. Fortunately, we're beating the Williams. We know we have a very slow car here in the Aston Martin, but goodness me, let's get it going here, Lance. Come on now, as we continue to see up here. Actually, Verstappen back out in front as well now, and you see Perez trying to go the long way around Carlos Sainz. They continue to go back and forth up here. Nothing's changing. They're going to probably go back and forth for the majority of this race, I'm sure. Leclerc sends one there up the inside of Perez. It looks like he's going to go move up in a third. Yes, he will. So Leclerc is going to take over that third position. Hamilton, actually, hold on. Lewis Hamilton, he wants to be into the mix here now. And I mean, how about Bottas, who's been sticking up here in this mix as well? George Russell, by the way, having a bit of a rough one so far now, as he's currently alongside Fernando Alonso in the Alpine, but it looks like Russell does hold on to P7 for the moment. Joe, go on you there. Off the track there. One heck of a lockup. Goodness gracious, that's a massive lockup right there. He's down to P13. Okay, so it's time to actually kick off our pit cycle here. We're now 6.2 seconds back, but we're going to get Seb ready to come into the pit lane here. So this could spice things up and get us kind of like separated here from Lance. So we're going to bring it into the pits here for the hard compound tire. All right, here comes Seb right here now, and we'll see how good of a stop he is able to get.
Pit limiter as you come in the pit lane.
A little bit late for that message, isn't it? Now he's been in the pit lane for like 5 seconds now. Let's see. Stroll, by the way, he's ready to pit as well. We'll take care of that in just a second. Let's see what happens here. Oh, cool camera, actually. Nice sounds. Oh, that was beautiful. Good stop as well. 2.8 seconds. We'll take that. There we go. And now we're going to try and get Seb, get the elbows out a little bit. And whoever comes out in front here at the end of this strategy, we will prioritize. Although, obviously, these two very close together now. Seb is going to complete that stop. We're going to turn his pace up quite a bit here. Push on the field. We'll keep him on neutral on the ERS there. We've been struggling with the ERS so far. Let's bring in Lance Stroll as well. He is as well going to be coming in for the hard compound tire, except he's going to be doing a medium compound tire in the last run, so he's going to be taking these tires a little bit further. Lance is in. Let's see what happens here now as we're hoping for a good stop. Vettel at a 2.8 second stop. Lance, oh, tires are getting a little bit warm. Okay, we'll have to sort that one out here in a second, but the hard compound goes on for Lance. 2.8 again, but just a little bit quicker actually than what Seb put on the board. So let's see the difference here. Seb's going to be closing in pretty quick here on Stroll. Stroll, I think, is going to get the spot still. Yes, he is from the looks of it, unless, hold on, we'll have to wait and see. Let these two scrap it out really quick now, and Lance needs to conserve a little bit of fuel as well, actually. That's a bit of a an awkward one. Actually, Seb's still not supposed to attack his teammates, so, but we do know that Seb's going to be on a way better compound tire here at the end on the softs, but Lance should have more life towards the end of a run, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But how do I tell him again? Okay, I'll allow you to get the elbows out here. Oh, it looks like we got an issue here. Somebody locked up. Sector 1. We got a bunch of cars pitting as well. Bottas is going to be in, but let's see. I believe, yeah, well, who ran wide? I'm sure we'll get a replay. There it is. It's Sainz. It's Carlos Sainz. Let's see.
Sainz is the focus here. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that.
That is a big ol' lockup right there. So Sainz rejoins, definitely loses some time. Oh, the team's not happy. Vettel's going around Stroll here with the DRS towards turn 1, and he's going to complete the pass on Stroll for now. I mean, these two are so evenly matched right now on the pace that they just cannot get away from each other here. As we got 93% on Seb's hard compound tire. Now Stroll, though, he's going to be going for another move here around the outside of Seb here as we head down into the corner. Easy pass right there, actually. And Leclerc, what's going on with him? He still leads over Max Verstappen. We're clicking laps off. You're getting closer to the end already of this Grand Prix. Unfortunately, we are way off here. Actually, Verstappen, he's now coming into the pits. So Leclerc is going to stay out a little bit longer now as we continue to watch these two go at it back here. So we got a nice gap, at least, over the Williams cars. We're 10.3 seconds ahead, Vettel is, of Alex Albon right now. And Stroll and Vettel just continue, I mean, to run right together. They're closer than any other teammates other than the two Red Bulls right now, Verstappen and Perez. Oh, we got a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Where are we at right now? Hold on. Where are we? Oh, we got, what is going on here?
Safety car, slow down.
Hold on. We're going to ignore for now, but give it a second. We have a full-blown lockup. What has happened? What's going on? We got a safety car now? What in the world? How is it only virtual? Sonoda running wide in turn 9. That's an understatement. I mean, look at this. Oh, Yuki. Look at that. He stopped directly on the track. We just lost so much time from that. Alright, we're back underway into the green flag conditions as Stroll is going to try and get... Oh, we have another caution here again. And that last virtual safety car actually allowed Stroll to get closer because of all the cars that stopped behind Sonoda. It's Valtteri Bottas who actually has a lockup this time. And there he goes wide right there. Don't tell me he stopped. He just about came to a complete stop, but he's okay. He's alright. We've had a spin. Max Verstappen goes around with the battle. Oh my goodness, he choked. What kind of spin? What kind of spin is that? Goodness me. I mean, what in the world? I mean, he only drops down to 4th. He's barely that far back, but you missed a few laps here. Not much has been happening for our team. As you can see, Vettel, Stroll, they've just been kind of living here. Let's just call it like that now. As you can see, oh, they're going out of here. Stroll's actually going to go up again the inside of Vettel, but no, they're going to keep on going. So, I don't know. I mean, right now it's hard to judge what to get these two to do. I feel like we got better pace here in this second run because we're not losing too much, but the pit window for Seb doesn't open for 13 more laps. Lance is in 9 laps, and he's going to the medium compound tires. So, I mean, let's just take a quick look here. Seb's doing pretty good on tire wear, so I'm going to get him to attack, actually. Fuel, we'll keep it balanced for now. For Lance, however, he's also doing really good, but I'm going to keep him on aggressive now, and he's coming in, so 9 laps time, so he's going to try and do a bit of an undercut on Seb, so I'm just going to keep Lance doing what he's doing, and then we're going to keep Seb on the aggression a little bit, because you can see his tires right up here are doing pretty good at this point in time. But there goes Lance again around the outside. Now I'm getting tired of these two going back and forth at it now. Lap 33, things have kind of calmed down since that whole Verstappen spin. He's still quite a ways back, actually. Perez, though, is closing in a little bit. 1.8 seconds Leclerc, though. He's comfortably out ahead. Carlos Sainz there chilling in third. Actually, he's going to be quite close to make a move. George Russell, by the way, having a terrible race, and Vettel actually is getting going here. He's still got 7 laps till his pit cycle. Stroll is still all over him. However, you can see only 1.2 seconds, 1.1 seconds back, and I got him pushing hard on the hard compound tire, and he's really not using up too much. However, the temperature is certainly an issue there. You can see the temps are quite high from the looks of it right now, but we're just gonna keep him doing what he's doing. At least I think that's what it is, right? This is the temperature. I don't even know, actually. Let's see. There we go. This is the temperature. I'm stupid. So the temperature's right here. Right front's a little bit hot, both right sides actually, but right now I like what he's doing, and I'm a little bit surprised that we found this pace late in the race, getting closer and closer. And Lance is going to do the undercut. I'm going to have Lance push hard when he comes into the pits, and we're just going to see what he can do. Fernando Alonso has gone around here in the right-hander, and that's the same spin for Verstappen. It's literally the exact same thing. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, here we go. We got Stroll coming into the pits now, and after this, we're going to get him to push quite hard. Hopefully, we have a solid stop. It's only going to be, what? Yeah, we got like 20 laps to go. We're going to go a lap down here, though. That's the unfortunate thing for Stroll, so that's not going to be very good. However, like I said, it's really just a race between him and Seb, and maybe Schumacher involved. Seb's not really closed in much more, so we'll wait and see there, but a good stomp again, 2.8. Very consistent 3 stomps so far for the team. It's all been 2.8 seconds within that same bracket. So we've been doing pretty good on that front now, as Stroll is going to head out, and we're going to get him to probably attack for the remainder of this run in terms of his aggression. And then we're going to have Seb, of course, pit here in another handful of laps. Here comes Seb now into the pits. We'll see what he can do. Verstappen, by the way, in the pits as well. Leclerc's already pitted, so Leclerc right now is having a bit of a breeze, kind of to a victory here now, and Seb's going to come in, put on the soft compound there, go out, and we'll see where he cycles out in comparison to Lance, who I've had pushing quite hard. I don't even think it's going to be a contest. Look at the difference there. Stroll's already gone. Stroll took off, said see you later. I mean, finally, we get some separation between these two. Now, Vettel's on the better compound tire. Did not mean to do that, so we're going to keep Vettel on aggressive. I think he can probably make it on an aggressive push, and then Stroll, I've actually got him full-blown attacking here. I think he'll be able to bring those mediums home without too much issue. Sebastian getting lapped currently right now by Leclerc, who's going to breeze by. Sainz is getting a little bit closer. Perez a little bit further back, and Verstappen, he still hasn't fully recovered from that spin. Pierre Gasly, by the way, I think he has to pit still, but currently P5, but like I said, he has to pit, and literally right now he's coming in. So Russell as well, another one that I think is going to have to pit as Lewis Hamilton moves up another place there in front of Gasly. So P6 currently as Stroll as well. He's going to be getting the blue flags here. Cars are in good condition here as well. Tire temperatures are looking solid, as well as you can see over here on the right side. This is like Stroll's, how his condition is out of 100%. So I mean, everything right now is looking good. Same for Seb, I think, here as well. Yeah, 91, 94, 88. So no damage to the cars, thankfully, here now as we're closing in towards the end of this race. Unfortunately, our drivers are having to get out of the way. Now, Stroll actually, through the pit cycle, was able to get ahead of Schumacher. So we'll take that. He's ahead of Schumacher. Sebastian's a little bit behind. So Stroll's really turned it up a little bit here. Not what I expected. Seb just hasn't quite had the same pace. Now, I do have Seb not pushing terribly hard because he's still on that soft compound tire. But right now, I think when we get to about 10 to go, I can get him maybe pushing a little bit more versus Lance, who right now is full-blown attacking because I feel like the medium compound tire, he can just get a little bit more out of it right now. 10 laps to go. Vettel continues to run 18th, but we're going to get him to push now. We're going to get him to attack. Field, we're going to keep the same because he's 1.7 laps to the good, so maybe right at the end we'll get him going, and same for Lance within the final couple laps. But right now Leclerc just 4.5 seconds ahead. I mean, ever since, like I said, that Verstappen spin, everything really calmed down. Hamilton's there in 5th. Bottas having a great day. Russell in 8th with Gasly. Actually, he's still cycling out in a pretty solid spot there. P7 Alonso. After that spin, currently P9 and Ocon rounding out the points. Then you got K-Mag. Zhou Guanyu actually battling it out here with Norris, who's going to fall in behind right now. And there you see Tsunoda actually getting out of the way. But still, fortunately, Schumacher not really closing in on Stroll right now. Still 2.3 seconds between the two as Vettel continues to try and make some headway. We'll see what he can do over the next couple laps now that he's pushing on these soft compound tires. 72% on the softs versus Stroll on the 63%. And he took that tire after Seb pitted, so that tells you just how much of a difference their aggressions have been so far. Okay, so we're closing in here on the final few laps, and Leclerc is still well ahead, 5 seconds up, but look at this, the gap right now between Stroll and Schumacher is getting quite a bit smaller, so we're going to need something here. I mean, Stroll's pushing hard. I mean, we can get him to push on that field a little bit, maybe. That's kind of the last thing I can kind of get him to do, I feel like. And unfortunately, Seb is he's been closing a little bit, 1.8 seconds, but still not enough in it, and his tires are at 50%, so we're gonna be fine with keeping him pushing. But however, there's really not much left that we can really do for Seb. But Lance, however, just get him to push a little bit on field. But when I say a little bit, I mean it's not going to be much, because he's 2.4 to the good. No DNFs in this race, by the way. Both Williams so far off the pace here. Let's just see if Lance can hold this out. No contest up at the front right now, other than George Russell and Gasly going at it. Gasly right there had a bit of an attack from George, and he's going to continue to go at him. Is he going to take a look up the inside? I think he is. Yes, he is. He's going to send one there side by side, wheel to wheel. Gasly might lose out. Yes, he will. George Russell takes the position. Stroll's pace has dipped so hard here late in this race. Unfortunately, Schumacher is closing quick. He's in the DRS. He doesn't make the move there, but I already know it's coming here any moment. There goes Schumacher. Unfortunately, he cruises by Stroll. Not what I wanted to see. Wasn't even a contest there. Actually caught me off guard a little bit. I didn't even realize it was happening, how quick he just went and blew by him. Not much we can do. I mean, I got Stroll pushing on all fronts. And oh, Schumacher. Okay, it's just a replay of Schumacher overtaking us. Let's get Seb to push on field now. We're closing in on the final few moments. Stroll's going to have a look of the inside with a couple laps to go. It's not over yet between these two. I mean, it's only one spot, you know, between P16, P17, but I would really enjoy if Lance can pull this off here now. Here he goes. He's got the DRS. He's going to make the move up the inside, and he's going to take the position, and Schumacher can't really fight right there, so let's just hope he can hold on for that final lap now. Schumacher's going to come back here, and actually Seb's loving this because he's getting closer and closer and closer, but nothing right there from Schumacher. Okay, final lap is underway here. I mean, we got them pushing on everything they can do, so it's all about just can Lance hold on here. Actually, overtake. Let's get them all on overtake. Just send it. Actually, it might have been too late. I completely forgot about that, and Schumacher takes the position, and look at the comfortable gap now that he has right here, as I should have had him in defense, but now we need him in that overtake, and Schumacher, yeah, gets that overtake done. Here goes Stroll. Not even going to be a contest here now as we're focused on him. Seb's a little bit too far back to do anything now, as there's enough battery to use right there, is that we're just going to let him go at it here. Seb's struggling with the tires. That's not surprising, 30% there. But, I mean, it's the last lap. We're just trying to hang on at this point. He's 1.6 seconds back, so let's see if Stroll can have anything here. We can speed it up by 2 and just see. Tires are dropping. Yes, they are, but it's the final lap. Just give me a little bit something here, Lance. DRS wide open. Here we go. Look at the run. Look at the momentum he has, actually. It's insane, but he's going to get locked in that weird spot right there, so it's not going to quite happen. I mean, he gave it his all right there. I mean, absolutely drained the battery in the process, but that's okay. So, it's not going to be everything that we wanted. Leclerc, by the way, with the win. Perez there in second. Sainz is going to get third. Verstappen, Hamilton on down. And Stroll, does he have anything here as they head down to the final turn? No, he does not. So it's going to be P17, P18 here for us today. But you know what? We built upon the pace in the second and third run better than we did in the first run, which is a positive. It was a learning experience here in Bahrain. Stroll crosses the line, P17, Sebastian Vettel as well in P18, and then, while the Williams, they still got another decade to go before they get here. Okay, post-race, Leclerc did get the fastest lap, so an extra point there with Perez and Sainz joining him on the podium. It's unfortunate they don't have like a podium that they show in this game. However, obviously, you see the drivers and constructors championships there with Ferrari currently being on top, having 2 of their drivers on the podium. A solid start to the season for Hamilton there in 5th, and a great start for Bottas. The only Alfa Romeo in the points is Zhou Guanyu down there in P12. But overall, a really solid first race in my opinion. We didn't have the best race in the world. I will take it. There is Hulkenberg. He had an absolute pivotal role here in this first Grand Prix weekend. I think that's going to wrap it up though. So we unfortunately, I think, lost a little bit of money on the guarantee thing that we had. But overall, was a strong weekend here in terms of a learning experience. So we got some parts that have been designed or built for a car now to, of course, increase the performance of this Aston Martin. However, we're going to worry about that in the next episode. So that's what we will start next episode off with. I don't know if we're going to do maybe 1 episode, 2 episodes per week, probably just 1. I don't even know if it's going to continue, but I did want to, of course, do a debut episode here, and we'll see what happens. Absolutely a series I'm going to be doing a lot of off camera as well with my own other save. But if you guys enjoyed, you know what to do. Thank you all for watching episode 1. I tried to keep it relatively short here. I didn't want it to be like those hour-long ones, but I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody.